Welcome back to the Blink Weekly Newsletter, One-on-Ones with Bianca Lager. I'm Bianca Lager, of course, here to answer your weekly submission on tricky work scenarios and leadership challenges. So, question of the week is as follows. I'm wondering if I should take a promotion at work. My boss let me know last week that I'm getting a promotion, but my salary will not increase. This is a promotion I've been working for and promised a few months ago. I guess you meant promised for a few months. I will now be managing two people who I sort of already manage. I'm really upset about not getting more money, but I know my company is not doing great right now, so I feel like it won't make a difference if I ask. Is there a way I can ask? I'm worried they won't give me the promotion if I make a big deal of the money. They did say it might make me eligible for a raise when things turn around a bit. Should I just wait? Thanks for your help. Love the videos. Okay, well, thank you. Love the compliment. Love to help. So this sounds like what is being offered to you is what they call in the biz a dry promotion. Dry promotion is basically what she laid out here, is that you're getting offered a promotion, a new job title, but you're not making any more money. Pretty common right now, especially in the year of the layoffs and the last couple of years really of the layoffs that we've been experiencing. A lot of companies are reorging, they are condensing departments. And so if you're one of the few left behind, you're now probably doing more work because there's less people around you, and or you have been giving leadership over some of the other survivors and you are now doing a different job or a new job or an expanded job without really any recognition for it. So I will say, there is something to be said for the company acknowledging that this is a promotion and giving you a new job title. Now, there's a few ways to go about this to kind of get as much value as you can out of this promotion. Take the promotion, and I definitely understand the argument for I'm not gonna do more work for not more money or less, this is like taking a pay decrease. You can say that for sure. Compensation, monetary compensation is one part of your compensation package, right? And what you're experiencing at work. So there is definitely room for negotiation, and let's walk through the steps of the things that you can ask for to try to gain as much value out of this dry promotion as possible. So first things first, you want to express your excitement for the role. It's obviously something that you have been wanting for a while, and acknowledging that the work and the value that you bring to the company is important. So expressing gratitude for that is always important, especially for your own just self-practice, just remembering to give yourself a moment of celebration for something that you earned. So congratulations. Obviously, having a different job title, more expanded job title is great. So first things first, we are going to try to negotiate for a salary increase. This is essentially their opening offer, and that's the way you have to think about it, is to say, congrats, here you go. You don't have to just say thanks or no thanks. It's not all or nothing. You can say, I'm super excited. And there's plenty of people who, if you Google it, they give great exact negotiation advice. I'm going to give you the high level basics, but essentially, push back at least once or twice and say, based on my research into my experience and my role and, what the average salary is for someone, with my education experience and in this job title, this is the compensation I'd like to look at. Is there room to add that into this promotion package now? Can we work on this in a tiered way and maybe build up to this compensation package over the next 6 months, 1 year, whatever? There's different tactics and, ways that you can go about trying to, if you just can't get that salary increase now, try to get something in writing that we can do a step up basis over the next 2 or 3 quarters, 4 quarters, whatever it is. That's an option. I would probably not go back and forth more than twice over the money thing. If you're just not getting anywhere and there's just not the budget, there just might not be the budget. And it really isn't a reflection of you. It's just the way it is right now. But you will never get anything if you don't ask. So asking politely in a professional way and creating a creative solution around your and providing your openness for a creative solution around is acknowledging the state of the company. If you know your company has been going through layoffs, and if you know they're kind of struggling, then it's not necessarily reasonable to dig your heels in and just say, give me this or I'm out. I mean, if you're in that position, good for you, but most people aren't. We need our jobs. So I think negotiating a few times for even a nominal increase will help your mental state really take on this role really well. And I think you do want to emphasize that in terms of just saying, hey, I want to be able to really be excited about this fully. And so this is meaningful to me. Let's get creative about it. Okay, so first things first, definitely negotiate pushback. But I'm going to go ahead and assume they're just going to tell you no. And there's probably something, to be said for that, and understanding that. Nonetheless, don't give up. Ask, because you also want to at least communicate and acknowledge that you're a good negotiator and you're here to advocate for yourself. So if you've accomplished nothing else, even if you don't actually get the money, what you accomplish is that you are a professional communicator who's going to advocate for themselves and somebody that they are prepared to have a mature conversation with, and which is a great practice for all of us. Salary is not the only thing you can negotiate for, though. So if there is no room for negotiation on the salary, I think you can also say, great, I hear you guys, totally understand, we can't do the salary increase. I do have some other ideas and some adjustment to either your compensation or your work schedule or some other accommodation that you would prefer to have at work. So this could be your health benefits, for example, to say, hey, is there a way we can make an adjustment or include, I don't know, anything, a better rate for my family, or maybe there's an insurance that you turned down because it was too expensive and maybe you can be bumped into the premium tier or something. These are kind of tricky things, and sometimes companies aren't able to navigate through that and they only can do it at a certain time of year. But that is something that you should ask for. And even if it is well, we can't do it right now, but we can do it in November. That's great. That's a win, right? So think about other monetary structures. Maybe they're open to you working overtime or working on special projects or something that can create a bonus structure or something that is around money that isn't necessarily tied to a salary increase. So second thing to think about there. The next thing to think about is what I brought up in terms of accommodations or scheduling. Maybe it's flexible hours that you need. Maybe this is a situation for you to stop punching a time clock and instead, move into a system where you're not, reporting your hours, or maybe it's literally just flexible hours to say, hey, I need more flexibility with my schedule. I have to pick up my kids. I have to, whatever it is that you have to do, get your hair done, whatever it is that you need to have happen in your life. You don't necessarily need to give them the details, but to say, hey, I'm looking for more flexibility in my schedule. I'm happy to take this promotion. And, this, it means a lot that you consider me to be, responsible and someone that you can trust. And so with that trust, I'd like to have a bit more flexibility with my work hours or something like that. And let's say you already have that. Maybe it's a work from home situation. If that's a scenario for you, I'd like to work from home on Fridays. Start small, start something extremely reasonable and say, hey, there is some flexibility that I either need with my work schedule or work from home, or something that is a little bit better. I mean, and if there's just really nothing that they won't budge, seriously, ask for something else. Ask for a new monitor. Ask for a new mouse. I think that it's meaningful to sort of feel like you got an exchange. And this is the time to ask for the things that you might want. Maybe your laptop's been broken for a while and you need to switch that out. Something that you think would make your workday better, an ergonomic chair, anything that you think is hey, if there's a perk that I would like, that's reasonable, obviously. I wouldn't ask for the private jet just yet, but, work on that later. But something that's reasonable, I think now's the time to ask. It's meaningful for us. Psychologically, we want to not just gain the growth of the job title, but to actually also like feel like we have an exchange of services. And it's also just like a little meaningful thing that it's like, I've actually really been meaning for this, so I've been waiting for something, or I could use an upgrade here, so just ask for it. Job title is the next thing I want to talk about. This is something that can definitely be negotiated. Now, if we're not going to be giving me, more money, then you definitely want to create a job title for yourself that is going to be the most advantageous for your career. Now, it still does have to be appropriate. And these are things that I go into with my one-on-one clients because it's very unique to companies and to departments and your job structure and everything like that. But when you're talking about a team lead, rather than being a team lead, you want to be a manager. If it's a senior manager, maybe we do want to step into that director role, or at least build a path in writing that's what that next step will be and what the timeline is for that. Timelines are really great tool for you to use too in your negotiation here, to say like, if it can't happen today, I want in writing over the next X amount of months what we're going to do until we get there. That's true for salary, but it became true for job titles as well. So it's really right there behind a powerful thing that you can use to build confidence in yourself and in the promotion, but also that is really where the value is. Because if you're not getting anywhere with this company, if this company continues to struggle and, we're not making more money, the thing that you'll be able to leverage is the growth in job title, and to be able to go to a new company, of course, eventually, and leverage that as well. Maybe though it does all work out and you do get, to continue with this company and you're getting compensated well, that job title, of course, is still going to benefit you. I don't have to oversell anybody on the benefits of job title growth, but that is something to really consider and to understand as a value point for you. Now, okay, let's talk about whether or not this is right or ethical for companies to do. I think my personal philosophy is like, if there's more going on here at your company, if you are being overworked, they don't respect your personal boundaries with your time off, or by the way, PTO is another great thing to negotiate for. If you don't have a flexible PTO schedule and it's like a set thing, ask for more because it's not dollars they have to spend right now, but it's essentially something that you can build out. So PTO, forgot to add that one. But back to that, like if there's indications that there's a toxic culture here for other reasons, yeah, you do want to consider being like, no, I'm not doing this job. You're sort of just taking advantage of me here. But if there's a goodwill effort by this company to provide you with growth and provide a path for you, and they are just going through a tough time, a lot of companies do go through that cycle. And if you're otherwise fairly happy there, then definitely take this as an opportunity for your own growth, for you to learn better skills and keep on, climbing that jungle gym or whatever it is to grab or whatever's next. Remember that these things don't always look completely linear. It's not always like you're this, then you're that, and you make X more money and X more money. It just doesn't work that way. Sometimes you do have to maneuver around it. But yeah, to touch on the toxic work culture of, companies taking advantage of folks, be conscious of it. I didn't completely get that from your letter. It seemed like you really actually wanted to take the job, but you've probably heard a lot of noise out there to be like, don't let companies take advantage of you. I mean, don't. But there are other reasonable things to negotiate here for. And certainly, again, I think a lot of congratulations is in order to you. You've done it. Great job. Keep going, keep making strides, and keep growing that leadership career. You got this. Okay, guys, thanks so much for your time today. Looking forward to next week's question on the Blink Weekly Newsletter. Talk to you soon. Bye. I'm on the rise in the hip hop hustle where the strong survives.